What's going on, y'all? I'm here today. Promised I would make a build video. I'm finally doing it. I'm getting around to this bad boy right here. We're going to start by talking about the externals while I take this apart. A lot of people ask about this. It's a Lancer Tactical, I guess it's a special edition release of their ACOG. One-time zoom. I can't find it online. When it broke after getting shot out the first time, I contacted Lancer Tactical, and they actually weren't able to replace it or work on it because they didn't have it in stock. And it seems like Oregon Airsoft Arena is the only place in the world to get certain Lancer Tactical products. So y'all should be shopping there, right? So, pulled the pin out. Now we're going to get onto the inside, and then we'll make our way back out in a minute. Pulling this out, I'm using an Angel Custom 285 millimeter inner barrel with a Lancer Tactical CNC'd red aluminum hop-up unit. This is basically just a copycat of the Pro-In hop-up, and there are kind of mixed feelings on the Pro-In hop-up unit. Now, if I had known that there would be issues when I first started building this gun, I might not have gone with it. Might have done something different, but went with it. Kind of goes with the red and black vibe that I've got going on. I haven't had any issues with it personally, except it didn't pair nicely with my G&G green bucking, this specific one. So I swapped that out. Now I'm using a Maple Leaf 70-degree bucking, the Macaron. I use it in my other rifle, and I love it. I can't praise that specific hop-up unit enough, or that hop-up bucking enough. So we go ahead and put that back together. Inside here, as you can see, we've got the Polarstar KYTHERA. So this is a Polarstar HPA unit that doesn't need a battery because it doesn't have an electronic trigger. So what that means is I don't really even need a stock. And that's what I originally wanted to do. In fact, something I'm still probably going to do is take off the stock completely. And I want an M4 skeletonized stock one day. But I have that in a G&G shell that I'm going to be swapping out to a Crytek Nautilus gearbox shell pretty soon here. But I wanted to showcase this one because this one's taken a freaking beating. You know, it's a skeletonized upper and lower receiver. This thing has been rained on, gotten mud on it, gotten mud inside. I just took it apart, cleaned it. Nothing's broken, and fits perfectly in the EMG F1 licensed upper and lower receiver. As you can see, it's a little beat up on the outside. Got a couple scuff marks. Let me tell you about the modification I had to do. I had to Dremel out this bit here and this bit here for the gearbox shell to be able to come forward enough. But other than that, the pins line up perfectly. It lines up with the buffer tube back here perfectly. Everything went together very nicely. Other than that one little modification I had to do inside of the lower receiver. I think I had maybe just one lemon. Moving down, we have some Angel Custom red aluminum magazine release, Angel Custom pins. Recently, I had an issue with this pin. This thread, this one comes with a red one, a red threaded head to it, and it broke. So I'm not sure if Angel Custom pins are the best to go with, because my pin broke off. And so I had to literally take like a tiny little needle and try to pull out what was threaded into here because the head broke off. So keep that in mind. Not the best pins in the world, but I was able to make do. Then we have this this trigger is called the IPSC CNC'd aluminum trigger. I actually personally really like this trigger. It feels really good. I like the curved for my rifles. I like the flat for like an SMG or AEGs specifically. I don't know, there's just something about this curved trigger that feels really good. Back here we have the APS Legacy Tron stock. Then, oh, my grip. This is a G16 Slim motor grip. It was pretty cheap on eVic, maybe like 10 bucks for it, but I really liked it. It has that GMP look to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's dirty because I've been playing outdoors so much lately. This gun definitely gets some I would say opinionated glances from the mil-spec guys, the guys who are running their Cry Precision pants and stuff like that. So we go ahead and put that all back together. There we go. Then the pins in. This is actually probably the third iteration of this build that I've done. The first time I used my Polarstar KYTHERA, I had it in a Classic Army. It was like the M15A1 or something. Really nice, but I spray painted it, and as you all know, your first spray painting job is generally pretty trash. So I messed up that whole gun by spray painting it. I made sure not to do that with this. We have in here the Mad Bull Noveski 9-inch key mod rail. We have I think this is an 8-inch outer barrel with a 2-inch spacer. And then we have the EMG Guardian Mach suppressor. Yeah. Oh, EMG Training Mach suppressor. So inside here, I put foam. I just put a video out recently where I was doing a sound test. But you can actually put your tracer unit inside. So if you have an Ace-Tech lighter, lighter S, lighter BT, they sit perfectly inside here. At least my lighter S does. It's got this little silver aluminum inside, so really nice. And then down here, this is the Ranger Armory M462 key mod hand stop. It's just a little bit lighter shade of red than all the other stuff, but it still matches pretty nicely. And all together I have oh, the last thing too. Inside here I have an amped line that goes down into here. And what does it say? It says Meg and Brad because my wife's name is Megan and my name is Brad. So it says Meg plus Brad. And then I have my other amped line into my amped regulator. So this is my HPA build. I can reach out and touch people easily at about 40-50 yards. I just did a walk outside to see how many yards it was, to where I would be able to shoot someone, and it's about 40 yards easy. I start losing some power at around 50 to 60 yards. It starts either flying off in some other direction, or it'll just dip with 0.28s or lower. I want to try some 0.32s, but as for right now, I'm running 0.28s in this, and it's working perfectly up to about 40, 50 yards. Now, translated, that's about 120 feet. 120 to 100 and, 50 times 3? 150 feet? 120 to 150 feet? Yeah. Works really well. You can actually track your BB and see as it flies down there. Anything closer to that is really easy, but that's probably my max range, is about 40 to 50 yards. So that's my build. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any more questions about any of my other builds or builds coming up, just let me know.